Welcome to another episode of Dark Dossiers, the show where we uncover the deepest, darkest secrets behind some of history's most disturbing criminal cases. I'm Alex, and as always, I'm joined by my brilliant co-host, Jamie.
Thanks, Alex. Tonight's case will make your skin crawl. It's one of the most infamous in American criminal history. We're talking about Gary Ridgway, better known as the Green River Killer. His name is synonymous with terror, and for good reason. This man's killing spree spanned nearly 2 decades, claiming at least 49 lives, though he confessed to far more.
That's right. Ridgway himself estimated the number could be as high as 80. His victims were young women and teenage girls, often sex workers or runaways, people society failed to protect.
Let's set the stage. It all began in the early 1980s, around Seattle. The Green River itself became the first major clue in this case when, in July 1982, the bodies of 5 women were discovered in or near the water. The media quickly dubbed the killer the Green River Killer, but back then, no one knew the scope of what they were dealing with.
What makes this case so chilling is how Ridgway operated. He would pick up his victims, usually young women, by posing as a friendly, trustworthy man offering a ride or money. He often used locations like motels or secluded wooded areas to lure them in. Then, he'd strangle them, sometimes with his bare hands, sometimes using ligatures. It was personal and methodical.
And after killing them, he would dump them in remote areas, usually wooded sites or near rivers. Ridgway would return days later. He admitted to engaging in necrophilia with the remains. Disgusting.
And he did all of this while leading what seemed like a normal life. Ridgway was married multiple times and worked steadily as a truck painter. Co-workers described him as quiet, maybe a little odd.
That's the most terrifying part, isn't it? The stereotype of a deranged loner doesn't fit here. Ridgway was ordinary on the surface, which helped him evade capture for so long. Even when he came under suspicion in the 1980s, police couldn't pin him down. They questioned him, took hair and saliva samples, but forensic technology at the time wasn't very advanced.
It's hard not to feel frustrated for the investigators. They had this monster in their sights, but lacked the tools to stop him. And while they were working tirelessly, Ridgway just kept killing. He knew how to cover his tracks, choosing victims who wouldn't be immediately missed and dumping their bodies in ways that made evidence scarce.
The break in the case didn't come until 2001. By then, DNA profiling had advanced significantly. Investigators revisited the evidence and tested samples they'd collected years earlier. When they matched DNA from several victims to Gary Ridgway, they had him. He was arrested while leaving his job. Imagine the shock for his co-workers.
And that arrest was just the beginning. Once in custody, Ridgway made a deal. He confessed to 49 murders and agreed to help investigators locate the remains of more victims in exchange for avoiding the death penalty. He ended up leading them to the burial sites of several women who had been missing for years.
He showed no remorse, no empathy. He described the murders in chilling detail, as if he were recounting mundane events. It's hard to stomach, but his cooperation did provide some closure.
Closure, yes, but at a terrible cost. Many of these women were so young,